2026 looks to be a phenomenal year for golf club releases. We've already seen some top secret clubs on the USGA conforming list. So what clubs are at danger of going in my golf bag, and which 3 clubs are safe for 2026? Today we're going to talk exactly what's staying, exactly what could be going. Guys, get in the comments below what is safe in your golf bag, because so far there's a couple that are definitely staying in my bag. So the first club in my bag that is safe, you'll see lots and lots of different clubs here. We have Tacoma irons, we have Vokey wedges, we have a rather interesting driver which I've just done a video on if you want to see. But the first club that is 100% safe in my bag for next year, even if we get the best release driver of the year, is this. This is the TaylorMade R7 mini driver. I absolutely love this driver. It's really helped me with my golf, both on camera and off camera. And as you can see, 3-wood length shaft, a little bit longer, and a slightly smaller driver head with that lovely looking carbon crown. Now, one of the things for me with this is it's done well in reviews. I can generate decent ball speed with it. I can generally do okay. But when I've played off camera in big matches against my friends, if driver hasn't been my friend, this has been the go-to club. You can see we've got that 4-way adjustable weighting system. I have the heavyweights forward here just to bring that kind of CG close to the face and lower the spin. It also has a through slot speed pocket, which without, I feel like this club wouldn't be the club that it is. Tip of the hat to the guys at Adams for that, because TaylorMade took over Adams to get those through slot speed pockets. Do you remember that? Ooh. Back in the day. So that's the first club that's safe. There's some clubs in there that aren't safe, and we'll discuss those as this video goes on. But as we tee off down this 17th hole, that is exactly why this mini driver is safe in the bag. I feel like I've just done a long-term review on this. If you want to see that, there's pros and cons of it linked below, but certainly this is a club that's going nowhere in my bag. Guys, comment below what clubs do you think are going nowhere in my bag, but also what clubs are staying put in your bag for 2026. And it's a really interesting one, because one of the things I've absolutely loved with this TaylorMade mini driver is the ability to shape shots. That doesn't necessarily mean a 50-yard draw or a 40-yard slinging fade. For me, it means aim down the middle of the fairway. It might go like that one, a little bit of a fade left to right into the right-hand side of the fairway, or if I shape my body correctly and get that sternum where I want it, we can even get a little bit of a draw with this club. So for me, that works really nicely. I'll put some shots on screen for you to see of shots we've hit this year with it. And I do feel like it's a standout performer in the mini driver category. It's not as good off the deck as the Titleist GT280, but I feel like what you get off the tee with that shaft length and slightly bigger head massively makes up for not being able to hit it as well off the fairway, because it's still pretty good. And guys, do me a favour, get in the comments below what golf clubs are in your bag currently and what's safe. What would you say, even if TaylorMade released the best driver next year, even if Vokey releases some fantastic, amazing wedges next year, if Scotty Cameron releases or Lab release like the putter that's going to hold everything for you, what clubs are destined to stay in your bag? Let us know in the comments, and also let us know what clubs are potentially on the chopping block and what you're in the market for in 2026. Okay, so you might be thinking, right, well, after the driver, that lovely mini driver that James loves so much, what are the next clubs that are safe? They're of course going to be the Tacoma 301s that he's been waxing lyrical about for numerous years. But actually, no, the Tacomos aren't safe at this point for next year. There's a couple of reasons for that. There's a couple of things that I really do want to look into with irons for next year. Of course, I got fitted for these at SGGT. I absolutely loved it. We've got these LA Golf shafts in. Now, I have enjoyed these, clean them a little bit, but I do feel like in winter, they feel a little bit stout, they feel a little bit stiff, and especially when it's cold here in the UK, they're a little bit more difficult to work. So that might be something that I'll look to change. I've been a huge fan of the 301 heads. So if I do look at changing them, like shots like that, when it comes to irons and you look at maybe changing your irons, what do you want to change? Is there anything particularly? Do you want more distance? Do you want more forgiveness? I feel like I'm ticking okay boxes with those. I don't necessarily need much more forgiveness. You'll see that from 7-iron up I have the CB, whereas 8-iron down we of course have that lovely blade. So maybe that's something I'll look at, but realistically, even when it comes to being able to hit a full 7-iron there, or even jumping into a 5-iron and flighting the ball down, that's something that I really enjoy. That's something I don't want to lose, and that's something that I think really a lot of people don't have the ability to do with their irons. You can see two totally different ball flights there, both going towards that par 5 green. But so far, the Tacomos aren't one of the 3 clubs that I'm saying safe for 2026. So what else does that leave? But back to the positives, back to the clubs that are safe in my bag. You can see we're about 50 yards short of this par 5. We've not got a lot of green to work with. And although Lindrick's in fantastic condition for its December next week, we do get very difficult lies here in the UK. So if I play you a couple of shots in here and you have a look in this bag, you'll see an arsenal of wedges. You'll see a 56, a 50 and a 60. These are of course Vokey SM10s. One of these clubs is 100% safe for next year. It's an interesting one because I actually thought the TaylorMade MG5s were the best wedges of the year. I even said that in a video just last week. But one club that is 100% safe for me is the Vokey Wedgeworks SM10 60 degree K grind. This K grind for me has revolutionised my short game. I started to struggle with short game before we got this wedge in the bag, and then I started to kind of pick it up and grow some confidence with it. And I even had a match the other day against Brett, our, would you call him a mid-handicapper? Mid to low handicapper. And when I missed a green, he said as soon as I got this club out, he knew we had to get up and down for a half or hole his putt to stay in the match. So what I love about this club is the versatility of it, but also the forgiveness of it as well. So I can play a nice high floaty shot there. You can see that just releases out nice. That's the prime example of the shot that I would play here. We've got a nice little bit of turf interaction. We've got a centre strike on the club, and you can see that this K grind has just kind of glided through the turf just a little bit. I can also play it a little bit lower if I want to. I can get that back in the stance and square face and just play it this way. You can see again that one wants to release out nicely. Just took a little bit of a soft bounce, but we'd take that, to be brutally honest. But what I really like about this isn't just from the turf. We're going to play some bunker shots in a moment, and I think this could be the club that revolutionises so many people's game, because it's a low bounce option. So that means I can still open the face up and play those really nice high lofted shots like this one, but it also means that I have the element of forgiveness with the K grind on there. So let's jump in the bunker, play a couple of shots with it and show you that. And then what do you think the final club that is 100% safe in my bag is? I think it means I can play lovely high floaty shots like that, but also when we get in the bunker and we have lots of different varying lies, I still feel nice and confident to play good proper bunker shots. I can play the nice little low one there where you catch it even just a little bit heavy, but it still works for you. I can open the face up, I can trust that K grind and play. I've even duffed that and it's gone out to 4 feet. This is the thing about this wedge. It's not necessarily the prettiest golf club in your bag, but often it's those clubs that do stay in the bag for longer. It's that hybrid that just goes that yardage you want. It's the 3-wood you can rely on. It's the putter you've had in the bag for years and years. But if I wanted to play a slightly longer shot and get a bit aerial with it, you can see I can do that just fine, generate some spin and play the shots that I want to play with this K grind. So even if we get some miraculous new clubs next year, I think this is a mainstay for the bag in 2026. And I even feel like for these little delicate chip shots where really you should be putting, but I do like to chip these, I feel like this is the wedge that's reignited the confidence for me to actually have a go and be that little bit more aggressive in terms of this shot. I actually chipped in twice the other day in one round from this kind of position, and it really does feel as though for me it's a much better option than putting just to try and get up and down. 4 putt's not ideal though. So the final club that is safe in my bag, and probably the safest club in the bag, is of course this. It is the Lab Os1 HS. Now this might be because I've putted really well with it since I've got it. It might be because of the fitting experience that I had with this and Liam over in the States, which was a fantastic experience. It might well just be that it's one of the best looking putters I think I've ever seen. So I jumped into the Lab Mez one last year and quite enjoyed it. I feel like my putting stats certainly improved. I hold more putts, I 3-putted less. but I didn't really enjoy the look of it, even though it was that nice green colour, which I really enjoyed. You can see here I've gone for more of a stealthed out look with my son's name on there on the toe. I feel like this is certainly now my putter. It's my specific putter in my specs. Liam spent ages with me discussing what specs to have, and we had more of a discussion of a fitting rather than, here James, this is what's going to work, because I feel like I stand a lot closer to the ball now. There's less arc on my swing, and from there all I'm thinking about is how far back to take the putter, and obviously how much is it going to break. So again, I feel like putting stats have probably remained pretty good from moving into the stock Mez 1, and now I feel really comfortable with this putter. I'm holding more putts, I would say, but I'm certainly 3-putting less than the days of using a standard putter without that kind of low torque element. So we can see there the pace was perfect on the first putt, and I certainly feel like I just expect better. Like, I'm probably more disappointed when putts don't go in than before. See, again, perfect pace, and this is where we don't hole any of them and we say, you know what, James, we're going to get a different putt in the bag next year. But that's not going to happen because I am committed to this. But can you believe that doesn't move, by the way? It feels fantastic. I've really enjoyed it, and that is 100% safe. Now that's gone in for 2026. Guys, if you've enjoyed that, please make sure you do hit that subscribe button below. Remember to let me know what clubs are at risk and what clubs are safe in your bag. But the mini driver, the K-Grind 60 degree, and of course my HS putter are 100% safe going into next year.